Welcome here to outdoors just above 3,000 meters on a perfect bluebird day. Now it's the end of January, and if you're watching this, you're probably watching because you've seen all kinds of forecasts going on, all kinds of weather reports, and I kind of want to put your mind at rest a little bit and say conditions are still really, really good. However, they are so changeable depending on north face, south face, west face, where you're skiing in terms of the sun, where the wind has been blowing. Right now it's pretty windy, you can probably hear it on the microphone coming this direction, and the altitude you're going at, and the time of the day you're going at. So just because you've read on some Facebook chat room or somewhere that conditions are icy and horrible, actually wait, take a minute and think, where am I skiing? What am I skiing on? Maybe if I go here, there, or somewhere else, it'll be a little bit better. So my goal over the next few minutes is to take you on a whole variety of pistes. Some of them will be awful. Some of them will be amazing. All of it will be here in outdoors, of course, skiing around over the next couple of hours to get these little clips together for you guys. If you're new to the channel, by the way, welcome. Cookie just here. I'm clearly an instructor working for the local ski school. All my contact details are in the description down at the bottom, so do drop me a message if you're coming out here on holiday. But enough of that for now. Let's go for a little ski. So here we go, dropping in from 3,000 meters, the top of Marmotts 1 in outdoors. Now that very first little pitch there is so exposed to wind that it's always a little bit scoured off. Then we're on this nice open piste just here. The snow feels pretty good. Not quite perfect fresh. It was a few days ago when it last snowed, and just like that bit, look, the side of the piste here is a bit scoured from the wind. Back into the middle a bit more. We've got some nice snow once again. This is about 10 o'clock in the morning, by the way. Yeah, some really good snow. If you've not skied outdoors before, if you were to continue down this, it goes from this nice wide open blue piste that it is, and then it switches into the Sarenne, the famous black piste, the longest blackbird in the world. Now, good example here, look, wind direction. Suddenly, I'm on the leeward side of the mountain, where the wind's been blowing from behind me, and all this snow has blown in here. Woo! It's like a powder day. But actually, I'm going off-piste tomorrow, so we're definitely going to be looking for the leeward side a little bit more, where it's a little bit more wind-loaded. Not to the point that it's dangerous, just going to be where the nicest snow is a little bit. Okay, enough of this piece. Let's show you somewhere else. Still from the top of Marmotts 3, slightly different aspect. And to the leeward side of the mountain, you get this nice dust on crust style off-piste skiing. Really quite nice. To the wind affected stuff. We're right down at the bottom of Sarenne into the heat. The warmth right now is crazy. I'm filming this bit because this is kind of hard packed snow. Now yes, you could ski it quite properly and punch in some turns, or this is the skill you've got to learn for spring skiing and the conditions that we currently have at the moment, is drifting. Sometimes called pivot slips, sometimes called brackage, sometimes called bad skiing. Personally, I think it's just a great hack. You can see the guy next to me is doing it as well, actually. Look at exactly the same skill. Exactly the same thing. Drifting around a turn. Deliberately not trying to stop. Just sliding a little bit. Super useful when it gets steep and icy. Which actually this isn't. This has got this really nice little layer on top of it. So when I punch in the gear now, woohoo, That's actually really nice snow to ski through. But you could just as easily practice some pivot slips. Just in case you missed the forecast, by the way, this week has been every possible condition you can imagine. We've had loads of heavy snow about a week or so ago. The freezing level then rose quite a lot, and it turned to heavy rain for a little bit overnight. As the freezing level dropped, it turned back to snow. Then it's been icy cold for the last few days, absolutely freezing. So the wetness in the snow just made everything rock hard. But then these last couple of days, it's got really warm. All that wet snow has softened up quite nicely. But this is why it's such a mixture of conditions. Oh, and add the wind on top of that. I think it was 2 days ago, we had more than 100 kilometers of wind at the top. So it was moving stuff everywhere. It's such mixed conditions, hence the point of this video. Let's go find another pitch. So like you've seen already, a huge mix of conditions going on, but we're going to go back up this lift and a little bit lower. It's kind of counterintuitively that actually right now the lower slopes are really good condition. Basically because up high has been so affected by the wind, down the low has just stayed a little bit warmer, so the snow should be quite nice and a little bit soft for ski through. Should be really good fun. Just as we're coming up the lift now, I just want to tell you about the cameras that I'm using. You've probably noticed I'm screwing the pole into my pole, as in the camera is fixed onto my ski pole. And then maybe you spotted a little drone following me just now. Everything I'm using is the Insta360 X3. The 360 cameras, just using a couple of different mounts and attachments to get you a variety of shots. Even right now, coming up the chairlift is being filmed on that selfie stick, and I think it gives you a pretty good view of what's going on behind me. If I lift it up just that little bit higher. Or if I were to drop it down under our skis, it gives you quite a cool view. Or just back to sit here and be able to talk to the camera just now. It's super easy to edit as well. These 360s create such like a bubble or a globe of video, and then it's as simple as selecting the person, so select me, or select whoever you wanted to follow for a moment or two, and click deep track. And that way the cameras or the AI does all the editing for you. The drone that you saw, that wasn't a drone either. That was Tom sitting next to me just here, holding the camera on a big stick, so it's a 2-meter selfie stick that he was chasing me down the hill on, just waving it randomly as he went. He wasn't really focused on what he was filming or what I was doing. All he was doing was holding that camera. So like you can see just now, I've selected me skiing just below Tom. I've selected deep track. That's what that little yellow glow is around me just now. And then the final edit looks like what you just saw, or what you can see just now on camera. If you're loving these cameras, the link to get one is in the description. I'd love it if you could click on that link to get your cameras, your accessories, or the little bit I dropped in just there is the new Insta360 pole mount. So you attach your selfie stick to your ski pole, making it super stable and really easy to film everything. Let's get back to the skiing. Here now at 2,100 meters, 2,100 meters, right in the middle of Alpes, where actually it was raining a few days ago, but it's kind of had this freeze thaw going on, and where the machines are so good at churning up and chomping up the snow, not just scooping it flat. Now, this little piece has to come down here. This is called the première tension, meaning the first section. It's now really nice snow. Remember, this is still first thing in the morning, and it's quite warm already. So the later in the day that you ski it, the softer and softer it's going to get. But down here, got plenty of grip. There's a nice bit of soft stuff on the top of the snow. Generally quite a quiet piece as well. Yeah. Once again, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to whack subscribe, give me a little comment, and say hi if you see me on a mountain here. If you're loving the cameras, all the descriptions are all of the details are in the description just below. If you're looking for coaching, guiding, on and off piste, come and join me here in Alpes. And also look out for my Instagram and my TikTok accounts for more regular updates, little short videos here and there. This is grippy and nice. Woo! I realise I've got a couple of minutes left before my next lesson starts, so I'll take you on one final run. This pitch that we're just about to ski down is the Signal piste. You can see the Signal restaurant just behind me. The view down here. This is about as south-facing as it gets, and it gets the sun first thing in the morning. So this time of day, hopefully, this is going to be the softest snow I can find. So, get the camera reattached to the pole, on my wrist, full extension. Thanks for joining me.